Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina of Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your April full moon reading. This will cover briefly the last couple of weeks of April. Very generally, it is inspired by the new moon on April 16th in 16 degrees of Libra, opposing the sun, of course, in 16 degrees of Aries. And the full moon in Libra in particular is helping us to realize and culminate the initiatives of the new moon in April of a week or two ago, in which we can see our progress reflected in our relationships and in the projects that we're doing as we're cresting to new awarenesses moving forward, new adjustments to make as we release the momentum of the new astrological year, the Spring Equinox. So if you enjoy this reading, if you find it useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. And let's get started. Gemini, with an overall card. Overall energy is the Seven of Wands. This card gives me the indication that you are in a mode, a defensive mode, Gemini, as we approach the middle of April. You have carved out a territory. You've made some progress in an area that is very important and that you've invested a lot of energy into. And you feel a need to stand up for yourself, speak your mind, hold your ground, so that you are clear with others about your boundaries as you continue to grow and explore this new arena of success and progress for you. So it is a time when you are speaking your mind, you are being heard and insisting on being heard, moving forward. In the middle of the month, we have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So I'm getting a sense of a tremendous amount of push coming from you, a lot of preparation, even over preparation as you begin a new project. Really a whole new path of creativity, constructive, practical manifestation is open to you, and you have prepared, you have actually over-prepared in many ways. You've worn yourself out, you are experiencing an overwhelm of responsibilities for various details and aspects of this project that you're working on, that you're beginning, this new path you're approaching, and you have created a sense of anxiety in your own space around your strategizing and thinking and analyzing the various steps you need to make, the various options available to you, and the multiplicity of outcomes, positively and negatively, that can occur from this step, this path that you are beginning on. So this is a time where you are expending a lot of nervous, anxious energy. You are physically depleted, and you are feeling that it is very important that you defend your boundaries against perhaps former relationships that you are not clear are going to be supportive of you, or those relations and energies that seem to customarily expect you to take responsibility for their well-being in a time when you are striving very clearly to establish your own space, your own path, your own effort here in the way that you want to express it. So you are worn out, but you are fiercely determined towards the next week, I would say it towards the end of April, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is the King of Wands and the Star card. So yes, your attempt to push yourself, to force yourself into these clear boundaries as you shape this new path, this new enterprise that you're creating, you are working hard to keep yourself practically stabilized, to hold on to those things you have worked for and earned, and that you believe are the very foundation for this new effort that you are making. You are full of passion, determination, and drive, and that is part of what is helping you to set your boundaries, be determined and encouraging to others, and to lead in a way that allows you to clarify to others what responsibilities you will and will not take on. So this is you really forcing yourself and actually inspiring others to follow you, because I'm seeing that you have gained a vision, a hopeful vision of what is available to you out of a time of tremendous obstacles and difficulties. You have been able to continue to overcome whatever challenges have been put before you. You have been able to move through dark spaces that are really intended to not only provide support, have faith in a positive vision for your community, for the project that you're working on behalf, but also as part of your own healing, part of taking back your own power and really aligning your benefit, your reward through your efforts on your own behalf. This is you recognizing that your cup must be filled, you must be inspired, and you must be aligned in order to move to this path of inspiration, this vision of hopefulness and empowerment and healing for on behalf of the service that you provide, the community that you serve, and for your own greatest benefit and reward. You are gleaning a new vision of personal benefit, and this is not customary for you, Gemini. You actually are comfortable with taking responsibility, a myriad of responsibilities for others, because you're able to fulfill them so competently and detach yourself from whatever benefit or effort that you put forward. At this time, you're really realigning that vision so that you are the hope, the faith, and the provision of the reward that is healing the community and ultimately healing you. Towards the last week of the month, we have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. So I see you making a tremendous progression. I see you really looking at, as you detach from your emotions, powerful feelings that have been solicited by the challenges that you've undergone, the losses and the suffering you've had to endure as a result of these challenges. You are recognizing that that suffering has allowed you to understand better how to align yourselves, how to implement the truths that you are learning through this difficult period. You are strategizing more with a greater focus towards your truth, as opposed to addressing the various outcomes that are possible in this new path of practical solutions that you're on. You are creating a plan, but one that is clearly aligned with what you are now understanding is as your authentic self. How you're communicating the desires of your heart is now clearly part of your understanding of success. So your path is coming from an alignment with who you really are, who your authentic being is, and you're understanding that the real skill at this time comes in communicating that clearly and with focus. So you are understanding, and clarity is coming to the situation in such a way that you are releasing the anxiety that is attempting to cover every aspect of this new project, this new enterprise that you're about, and really instead is focusing on clarifying, enlightening the path, your desire, your focus, and your target. This is leading you to recognizing the skills you've developed in understanding, being able to discriminate what is best for you. You're now in a position of understanding that it is your vision, your faith in a vision that has been arisen from difficult times that allows you to understand what is best for you. So it's interesting that you begin with the Seven of Wands, in which you are standing your ground, holding firm, even in a defensive fashion, in such a way that that really transcends into a recognition that you know what is best for you. You know, can make the choice, choose the path that is going to advance your mission, going to advance your goal. And you've learned to be in a stronger relationship with your potential, with your higher self. And that relationship is really providing the means and the basis for all your relationships and leading you to success. I'm going to clarify some of these cards with the African Tarot. They've been shuffled and dealt. And I'm going to clarify the central card, the King of Wands, with the Nine of Cups and the King of Cups. This is really an indication that the path you're on, as difficult and challenging a time as you are in, as much of the hard work that you've done to really explore and examine the things that have been disappointing to you, the process of doing that work has actually brought you immense emotional fulfillment, and it's actually reinforcing the notion that when you explore and excavate your own particular challenges, those negative patterns that you're in a position to observe at this time, sometimes it's your own defensiveness as a result of not having created clear boundaries in the past. You are being rewarded with a sense of immense maturity and an ability to, by exploring your vulnerabilities, what others consider your weaknesses, what you consider to be your less strong potential, capacity, and abilities, the areas that you don't feel secure within, that you're actually able to communicate that process to others in such a way that they are able to seek out this emotional equilibrium that you are able to display, this way of identifying with those things that have been challenging for you and the way in which you have overcome that. And in your sharing of your narrative, in your exposure of your vulnerability, you have become a teacher and a mentor with a clear capacity to recognize the needs of others and allow them to enter into a dialogue with you in which you can expose the process that is giving you joy and a lot of peace at this time, clarity as you move forward to making those decisions that are best for you. I'm also going to clarify the Knight of Swords because this is revealing the process that I believe is rewarding you. The King of Swords, a repeat, so clarification of that, and the Eight of Wands. This is beautiful because this really does clue me into the fact that you are in a process of personal exploration, alignment, and understanding how your truths have been transformed, how you are in the position to facilitate new information that is informing what you are, how you are moving forward, as well as what you are identifying as your target, your area of growth, your area of creativity and creation. The King of Swords is emphasizing not only the mastery of your emotions as the King of Cups, but your mastery of your own ideas, the strength to facilitate conflicting ideas and yet be able to pierce through or cut through to what is the critical focus as you move forward. As a result of this ability to clarify the target, the clarity, the truth, the inspiration that is most relevant to your project, you are able to manage the concerted effort of your team so that together you are making an impact that is much greater than you or your team could have made separately. So this is a time of powerful new growth, communications, messages, and ultimate success. I'm going to finish off this reading with a botanical inspiration and hope again that if you're liking and enjoying this reading despite the challenges I'm having with allergies and my throat chakra, I ask you to like and subscribe to my channel and really appreciate those that continue to support me. I've pulled the Garden Heliotrope, and the key words here are devotion and dreams fulfilled. Eleanor Roosevelt says, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I'm going to leave it here for you, Gemini. I thank you so much for spending time and attention with me, and until next time, Namaste.